Hello, everyone. Can you hear me, boys? Can you hear me? Can you hear me, boys? Okay. So let's start. Uh, okay, let me share the screen. This is the very first time that I am on live on my YouTube channel. Just a second. Let me share the screen. Is there any options? Okay, okay, okay. Edit no option. Pop up dashboard. Manage. Okay, let me see. Abdullah Grani, hang on, boys. Hang on. Okay, here we go. So I have now. Can you see the screen? Boys, we'll do it inshallah. Hardware as well. Fetch, decode, execute, cycle, and some of the questions. Some of the students they are focusing on the past papers. Beta first you need to have a very strong concepts of the hardware. Before that, I skipped in my YouTube videos that is encryption. That is very important and very technical. Very technical means most of the students they have skipped this lecture. I don't know why. So let's start. Beta, yeah, please stop chatting, please. Abdullah Gilani, please. Otherwise, I'll quit. Right? So we are not here for chatting or commenting. Get the concept and be positive, please. So let's start. Please, I don't want to see the chats. If you have any question, raise your hand, but I'll take your question after some time, right? So, encryption, up till now, we have come to know about something like how the data is processed. Data is processed, you know it. How the data is converted, right? You know the number system. Then you learned about the text, images, sounds, etc., everything, how it works in the computer system. Then you know we have done data transmission, which means sending the data from one computer to another computer and the different modes of the data transmission. And now there is a very important topic that we are doing right now, that is encryption. So beta, this is the data, right? We have done also error checking methods during data transmission. Remember, error checking methods, right? So now today's point is that is how to encrypt this data that is transmitting from S means sender to receiver, right? How to make your data encrypted so that if someone tries to hack or get your data, intercept the data, get the data, whatever. These are the technical terms. Intercept the data. So that data is meaningless for him, right? Meaningless for him. Clear, beta? Okay. So, say for example, we have a message. It's a simple text. Simple text means normal English, how are you? So that is a message, how are you? So that is called plain text, right? Plain text. What happens when an algorithm, when an algorithm or encryption key, this is, say for example, key, encryption key, or a mathematical algorithm, mathematical, let me say mathematical encryption, mathematical encryption algorithm applied on your text, then that text becomes cipher text. What? Cipher. Cipher text means it's a meaningless data. Meaningless. Meaningless data for the eavesdropper or hacker or perpetrator, whatever you want to say. So, now the data that travels in this form over the internet, right? Cipher text, so it passes different types of routers, right? And at the destination, say for example, this is the intended receiver, this is the intended receiver, this message is actually meant for him, so that before that hits the receiver, so this cipher text is supposed to be converted into plain text, right? How are you? How are you? So this ciphertext will be converted into plain text by decrypted algorithm. This is called decrypted algorithm. You got the concept, boys? Now let me see. If you have a question, you can raise your hand, please. You got the concept, boys? Nade Ali, Abdullah, Shamir, Sahan, Hanan. Sahan, beta, say for example, if I send you a text message, how are you, Sahan? So this is written. I am sending this text message. Beta, this message will be encrypted. Encrypted mean this algorithm that will be converted my message into cipher text. This one, meaningless data. For example, how are you means, for example, मैं आपको एक छोटी सी एग्जांपल देता हूं. For example, if I say this is an algorithm, algo, right? Just to save the time, I'm writing algo, rather algorithm. How are you? So let's 3, 2, 1, 5, 3, 2, 6, 2, 8, right? So this data, how are you? After implementing algorithm, this message will be converted into this form: H I J K, right? O P Q W X A B C D E, then that would be F. R P Q L M N O P Q R S T U, this will be converted into V. E F G Y Z A B C D E. This Y will be converted into E. O P then Q. U U V W X Y Z A B C. So this data, your message is converted into this form. This is cipher text. Sahan, clear? Sorry. Because over the internet, over the network, because it's a public network mean millions and billions of users on the internet. So this data, this message, cipher text will be transmitted over the internet. And when it arrives at the destination at this point, this computer will decrypt this data, cipher text into plain text through by using decrypted algorithm. This algorithm now reverse this process. C will be converted into U, Q will be converted into O, E will be converted into Y, and so on. Now, is that clear, boys? Amir Raza, who is this boy? Quantum cryptography. Beta, quantum cryptography, that's not in your syllabus. IG2 में इसका थोड़ा सा concept है हमारा, but अभी नहीं है, right? Okay, Abdullah, Shuja, Mitru, boys, Nadeli, clear? Okay. Beta, now let me tell you the types of encryption, right? So we'll have multiple, inshallah, sessions like in evening, not in evening, I'll be busy. So around 8:30, inshallah, right? So you don't need to worry. Inshallah, I'll take the chapter number 3, which is hardware and fetch, execute, cycle, computer architecture, and all that, right? So types of encryption. Better types of encryption. We have two types of encryption. One is called symmetric and the other one is called asymmetric. Right? Symmetric encryption, there is only one key used, right? One key used in this process. Symmetric encryption may we use only one key. That key is called public key, right? And in asymmetric, computer automatically generate a pair of key. One is a public key and the other one is private key. So they are actually related to each other, right? So computer knows what is the public key and what is the private key of the computer, right? So beta symmetric encryption जो होती है, that is like normally done. For example, that's your computer, right? And you are transferring the data through USB. It's USB. You are transmitting your data from USB to CPU and CPU to USB. Or you are encrypting some kind of your data on your own computer, then this key is implemented, right? Why? Because there are some disadvantages. For example, let me take this scenario again. That's your computer. You are sending the data, plain text, how are you? that is the message, right? An algorithm, of course यहाँ पे आपका algorithm है, right? So if this is a symmetric encryption, only one public key will be transmitted, right? One key plus data. Key will be transmitted separately, remember that, right? And that is public key. Your data is encrypted, okay? Your data is in the cipher text form, cipher data converted into, then it transmits over the internet. Remember that that key, it's a public key. So the people who are sitting there, and you know it, what I'm talking about, these are the hackers. They can intercept the data, they can secure this key, and they can use to decrypt the data, because same public key is used to encrypt the data and decrypt the data, right? Cipher text, and then that will be decrypted through an algorithm by the receiver. So it's receiver, right? So he can see how are you. So in this method, beta, there is a problem that is called public key. And technically we call it public key distribution issue. Public key distribution problem. Why? Because if the hacker gets that key, then he can also decrypt the data by using this key. Is that clear, beta? Any question, beta? Clear? Abdullah Gilani, beta, you need to get the concept. बेटा रटा थोड़ी है इसमें, ये रटा तो नहीं है ना, ये डायग्राम है सिंपल, इतनी डिटेल से मैं बता रहा हूँ बेटा, ये तो वैसे ही पता चल जाना चाहिए आपको, ठीक है? Normally, they won't ask you to draw the diagram, right? But even if it comes, then you can easily draw this diagram. Okay? Okay. यार इतने मैसेजेस आते हैं, कन्नॉट मीन्स के आई एम एक्चुअली एक्सपेक्टिंग सम क्वेश्चंस, लेकिन यहाँ पर आपकी गपशप शुरू हो जाती है. सो यस सर, अयान आदिल इज देयर. अयान आदिल, वदान अब्दुल, दाऊद, दयान. No, I cannot. Ahmad Kaza, I cannot take the class on Teams. Is that clear, boys? So let's talk about asymmetric encryption. Then we are done, right? Asymmetric encryption. As I said, in asymmetric, computer generates a pair of keys, right? Pair of keys, public and private, right? Public and private. And computer knows it very well. They are generated by an algorithm, mathematical algorithm, right? So in asymmetric, say for example, this is the sender and this is the receiver, right? Private key that can never be transmitted, that can never be shared by the computer, right? Private key, it stays in the computer. Private key, say for example, Sender is now sending the data, say for example, one packet. So this public key, this computer public key will be used and his public key will be used, right? During data transmission. Beta, I'm just giving you a concept of asymmetric. I'll draw a complete diagram. Is that clear, beta? So private key that stays in the computer, it cannot be shared, though it can be shared by some authorization. वो आपके syllabus में नहीं है, right? So public key can only be shared between computers. How does this happen? Now let's start here. Say for example, there is Ali and Asif. Ali is the sender, Asif is the receiver, right? This is Asif computer, this is Ali's computer, right? So they have the private key. Private key won't be shared. You know it, right? So what happens if Asif wants a file to transmit to Ali? Asif wants to transmit a file to Ali. Say, for example, the file name is cs.pdf, right? Again, Asif wants to send a file to Ali. Then Asif will ask the Ali to send him the public key. Public key किसकी बेटा? The public key of Asif computer, right? Public key of Ali's computer, sorry. Asif wants to send the cs.pdf file to Ali. Now Asif will be asking the Ali to send him back the public key, right? Public key of Ali, not Asif. ये बेटा पब्लिक की किसके पास आ जाएगी? नाउ आसिफ हैज द पब्लिक की अली ऑफ अली. नाउ आसिफ विल बी सेंडिंग दिस फाइल cs.pdf by using Ali public key. When this file is received by Ali's computer, now Ali's computer knows what are the pair of keys in his computer. So private key will be used to decrypt the data. You got the point? बेटा जल्दी से मैसेज में बताएं. Shall I revise this? Boys, बेटा ये वीडियोस आपको आपके पड़ी हुई हैं चैनल पे, यू कैन वॉच देम, राइट? नादली, ये सर, ओके 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 ओके. रिवाइज बेटा, रिवाइज तो करवा रहा हूँ साहन. व्हाट आई एम डूइंग राइट नाउ. और क्या कर रहे हैं बेटा? इज दैट क्लियर? So let me give another example of asymmetric. Better normally people works in an office, right? So there are so many people working in the offices, right? And from time to time, every single day, they send multiple emails, right? Clear? Say for example, this is A, B, C, D, E, and so on, right? So what happens? Beta, all of them all of them, they have the public key of the other employees, so that they can encrypt the message and send the files to the other people, right? फॉर एग्जाम्पल, इससे मैं थोड़ा सा और सिंपल करता हूं बेटा. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, जेनी, टॉम क्रूज एंड अल्फा, they are working in an office, right? So, say for example, Alpha wants to send a file to Cruz. Definitely, Cruz will be sending his public key to Alpha. Now, Alpha will be sending notes.pdf file plus public key of Cruz and send it to Cruz. Now, the private key of Cruz will be decrypting the data, right? So, same is the case with the Tom, and same is the case with the Jenny, and Alpha also requires some files from the Jenny, Tom, Cruise. So it means Alpha public key will also be shared with the Cruise, with the Tom, with the Jenny, right? But remember again, I'm repeating, private key cannot be shared. Is that clear, beta? So that's it. If you have question, you can write down in message box. Okay. ओके. JDMS सर, आपको मैं याद हूँ? नो बेटा, मेरे पास कोई ऐसा जिन नहीं है जो मुझे JDM का मतलब बता दे, ठीक है? ओके. सो बॉयज, इंशाल्लाह नेक्स्ट सेशन हमारा होगा, इट्स 3:07. नहीं बेटा, अब्दुल्ला गिलानी, I have already uploaded the sound, video, pictures, images and all that, right? साइज ऑफ द फोटोग्राफ, दैट इज महद महफूज. बेटा, ये तो बहुत ज्यादा डिटेल में मैंने बताया हुआ है. यू नीड टू वॉच द वीडियो, राइट? यस, ऑफ कोर्स, चैनल पर. तो इंशाल्लाह अब नेक्स्ट हमारा सेशन होगा, दैट वुड बी लाइक अबाउट द कंप्यूटर आर्किटेक्चर. देन इंशाल्लाह विल बी डूइंग सम अदर क्वेश्चन अबाउट हार्डवेयर एंड सो ऑन. सो दैट्स इट फॉर नाउ. Of course, stopping the hacker, definitely there are ways. So you should have proper firewall. You should not compromise on your security. You should not turn off your firewalls. You should not use the portable USB in the offices, so that you can download some other malicious software or games or some scripts on your computer. No, come on, yaar, Faiz Mahmood, beta, HTML, it's not part of your syllabus. Ismail, beta, it's inshallah, our next class will start at 8:30. 8:30 to 8:45. I'll send the message. ग्रुप से मैं मैसेज सेंड कर दूंगा. सो मेकअप योर माइंड लाइक 8:45, देन वो सारा आपकी रिवीजन हो जाएगी, राइट? No, Abdullah Grani, no, beta. Encryption is the way of stopping the hacker. No. Encryption only makes your data meaningless. That's it. It does not stop the hackers to intercept the data, right? Rayan Arslan, beta, 8:30 to 8:45. I'll send you a message, right? So, inshallah, in the meanwhile, you need to do the activities, watch videos, beta, or you don't need to worry. you should have clear concepts. So I tried my best कि आपको simplest तरीकों से मैं concepts clear कर दूं. ठीक है बेटा? So last night I uploaded another video that is about check digit and echo check. You need to watch them. Check digit के कुछ बच्चे questions कर रहे थे. That's why I uploaded the video, right? निगत ज़हरा बेटा कौन है ये बच्चा? Sir, please tell. What should I tell you? Sir, is URL coming? नादे अली सर इज बेटा आपको सारा सिलेबस दिया हुआ है. यू आर पता नहीं आप सिलेबस देखा नहीं है बेटा आपने. URL कमिंग नो 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 आई बिलीव नो. जस्ट अ सेकंड मैं आपको बताता हूँ. हैंग ऑन बेटा. मैं चैप्टर 3 में से बताता हूँ आपको आपके सिलेबस में क्या क्या होगा. ठीक है. सो वी आर डन विद द कंप्यूटर आर्किटेक्चर. John 1 Newman architecture, CPU and different types of registers. We have done buses. We have done the cores, cache, how does internal clock works, fetch, decode, execute cycle, what is an instruction and embedded system. This is what it is coming in your paper. Let me take a screenshot of it and share with you. Any question, beta? About today's topic? बेटा कोई क्वेश्चन है आपका? Okay, now I'm starting a pool. I'll share the syllabus of hardware in WhatsApp group. Beta, now you need to take either you get the concept or not. Still, if you are confused, then start now. जल्दी से बेटा मुझे बताएं so that I know कि who is having a problem in encryption. हरे बेटा. Okay, great beta. So no. Who said no? Who is still having this problem? Encryption and its types. Who is having problem? Please say yes to me so that I know. Boys, hurry up. Okay, accidentally press yes, sir. Is difference is symmetric. But the difference in asymmetric and symmetric encryption is symmetric encryption only uses public key, only one key, whereas in asymmetric, this encryption type uses private key and public key, right? Mahad, you need to Google the videos, बेटा. वहाँ पर फोटोग्राफ्स वगैरह इमेजेस उस वीडियोस में होंगे सब कुछ. Yes, Amir Raza. What is the question, beta? Okay, that's all for today. Inshallah, not for today. That's all for now. Inshallah, see you at 8:30 to 8:45. Okay, take care. Bye bye.